Hello and welcome to How to Homeschool in Georgia, presented by Exodus Academy, a homeschool community. My name is James, and I'm here with my wife Leah to go over how to homeschool in the great state of Georgia. So let's get started. What we'll be discussing today: what is required and records that need to be kept, qualifications and your letter of intent, and what to do in high school for your student to qualify for the Hope Scholarship, which is a Georgia government scholarship available for college tuition. So, qualifications in Georgia, only parents or legal guardians can teach their own children, or they may hire a qualified tutor. This can go into such things as co ops, where you are hiring a what would need to be a qualified tutor to teach your kid a subject. Parents must have a high school diploma or a GED. What do you need to teach in your homeschool? You have to have 180 days in 5 subjects. So throughout the year, you've got to cover 180 days of attendance, and you must teach at least 5 subjects in the specific subjects. Over 12 months, you're going to keep a record of at least 4.5 hours worth of school over a 180-day period. You must include reading, language arts, math, social studies, and science. These are going to be your basis here. You can add on to it, but you can't take away from it. Georgia also requires testing. Georgia law requires that students are to take a standardized test at least every 3 years beginning in the third grade. This test is going to need to be administered by an official who can administer the standardized test.
Now, the standardized test you can actually take at home, though. You can actually get a packet mailed to you and you can be the proctor, or you can take them online. And you do not have to turn this test in. You just have to keep the results very much like your attendance days. You just have to keep a file with your results in case anybody ever asks.
So, with that comes your annual progress report. You need to write an assessment at the end of each year summarizing each year's progress. Again, this is not to be turned in anywhere. However, if someone from the government comes wanting to ask about your homeschooling program, if they need some evidence of what you've done, this is what you're going to give them: is your record of attendance, your record of your curriculum, and your record of testing. All right, now your letter of intent. This must be filed yearly. So every year you have to renew this letter of intent. It has to be done within 30 days of the start by September 1st each year. So you're going to send a letter into the school system saying, I intend to homeschool. They should have a official letter already printed up on one of their websites that you will fill out and turn in. Now, if you're withdrawing, you must withdraw your child first before you can send your letter of intent in. In some states, you can do your letter of intent and then pull your child. In Georgia specifically, you must withdraw first and then send your letter of intent. Again, this is going to be filed on the Georgia Department of Education website, or it'll be mailed in, and you're going to keep a copy for your own records. Now, this is again very important that you must send this in yearly. This is not a one shot thing. You're going to send it in within 30 days of the start of your homeschooling the first year, and then it has to be done by September 1st every subsequent year. Now, with high school, you have two options. You can do a home study program. With this, the parents will be the ones to issue the diploma, and Hope Scholarship is going to be test based or retroactive. So either they score really high on their standardized tests, which you're going to have them signed up for, you're going to have to make sure they take, or If they go to college, they do really well, they get really good grades. The Hope Scholarship could be applied retroactively to pay for those classes.
And I like that it gives both options of test-based or retroactive because some students are not good testers no matter what. Like the ACT is intimidating. So having the option of a retroactive payback, while it's not perfect, it still gives parents the freedom to not have an accreditation agency over them, and it still benefits students going to college who just maybe don't test well with standardized testing like ACTs, SATs, all these things.
And your other option is to go through an accredited organization. An accrediting organization will issue a diploma, and if you have a 3.0 GPA in your core classes, you can qualify for the Hope Scholarship. But this, of course, has to be more than 1 year of classes. And in Georgia, you are allowed to homeschool without these cover schools. Doing the home study program is what it's referred to legally. However, an accredited program would be a cover school or what we call an umbrella school that's going to handle a lot of your paperwork. It's going to handle scheduling testing. It's going to handle issuing a diploma and keeping up with your grades. And they can apply for the Hope Scholarship for your student. So these are things to keep in mind as you're moving forward. Of course, laws can change, so please keep up with the Georgia Department of Education and the Hope website for any more additional information. All right, thank you for listening. Please be sure to check out the Georgia uh, State Department of Ed website or the Georgia Home Education Association for the most up to date info. With these states, laws can change and they can change by the year, so please be sure to check out their website to make sure that nothing has changed from the time we've recorded this to now.